Hey guys, I thought I would do a quick little update. We are focusing a little more on stuff as they get going, like the Lucid Gem. We got some more of the Wagner Blue Greens that are starting to ripen in there, and a few things like that. But some of these things, the greenhouses, this little area back here, all of the overflow plants, the gate, the east and west wall, and also the centerpiece. We want to start covering a couple of these things here as like overviews to kind of show our friends and family that watch our videos an entire look at the yard rather than just spending this entire month focusing. So it's middle of the month right now. I am unsure of the date. I believe it's the 15th or the 16th, but either way I am going to show you guys the centerpiece this time. This right here is a Hale's Best Cantaloupe. It came from a 4th of July parade where they hand out plants. Plugged it into the ground. It's been flowering. It gets hit a lot. Its proximity to the rocks in the ground here is kind of causing it some issues. It's late season. Good chance we won't pull anything. For some reason we grow squash and melons every single year, even though that is something we have a horrible time with in container gardening. So that's it. That's the cantaloupe. I want to warn everybody that a lot of the stuff that I'll show you will most likely not make it. A lot of this stuff's a horror show that's going to end up getting pulled at the end of the year. Some of the stuff we grow knowing we won't make it in time, or for instance, we also have, this is from pumpkin seeds that were 2 or 3 years old. It had even been salted to make a snack out of, and then rinsed off and then fed to the birds, because birds eat pumpkin seeds. But a couple of the pumpkins, that one and that one, and growing out of the rocks, both came from trash seeds that we threw out here. So life will find a way on some of these things, and like I was saying, we're not going to get a pumpkin off of that most likely, but it's still fun to try these things and grow. This right here is a Black Beauty eggplant. This is a Golden Eggs eggplant, and this is a long purple. So we've taken eggplants from seed to sprout, but we could never get them from sprout to full growth. This year we've gotten to full growth, so the flowers and stuff are on there. Almost surely isn't going to produce eggplants this year, but with the lessons we learned and being able to get them from that point to this point gives us a challenge for next year. And we will be doing eggplants again, and probably every year, at least a few. But getting a chance to take a look at these, they're really cool furry plants. Really like growing eggplant. Haven't found a lot of uses for it, but with our small growing situation, we'll probably only produce a little bit anyways when we're able. But this year we're growing eggplant, but probably not going to make it. Out of our okra, we've got 2 of the burgundy here. We planted Jing orange and burgundy and some of our leftover Clemson spineless, but put them through a bad situation. Through here we got lime basil and cinnamon basil. There's even some purple ruffles basil right here. And then some what they called sweet basil. A lot of this sweet basil that we got from 25-cent dollar store seeds, this stuff here, it smells like black licorice. So, but we come out here and we clip these down. I think the last time we clipped them down was a couple weeks ago, so they need to come out here and get trimmed. You can trim basil way back. I could clip this plant down to here. I could clip it with no leaves in it. As long as there's a node, it'll probably produce. Some garlic chives in here, they're pretty good. Just random overcrowded stuff. There's the cherry bomb, or the hot red cherry, whatever you want to call it. It is a really cool plant. This is one we overwintered. I did a video on hand pollination with it. For tomato seed saving, hand pollinating, trimming back stuff. We want to do more videos to kind of show how we micromanage our plants in our scenario. But the hot red cherry pepper, this pepper is so cool. It starts to get a little bit of a blush on it of red, and then it just like out. But hot red cherry pepper. Most of these plants in the centerpiece are leftovers. Last year, from about 25 different varieties we got from farm markets, what we ended up doing was saving the seeds from them and test germinating some of them. So this is a purple flash seed from our test germination months and months ago. It's not as far as long as it should be, but only because it's lucky to even be here. These two tomatoes and this purple flash grew in a little tiny cup for months and months before the year even started. And they were test germinations, but I didn't have the heart to throw them out. And then Angel wanted to throw them, and then I wanted to throw them out, and Angel didn't have the heart. So back and forth we've done this, but this is kind of like our family this year. Like, we're not sure which one of these tomatoes is hers and which one is mine, but this one's might be an indigo apple. It might be a pineapple tomato. I mean, there's 25 different unique heirloom style varieties that are not red in our seed mix that we made. And we have no idea what these are, and they've struggled through. They were sapped by vinegar when we tried to do a fungus gnat trap. They've been decimated. All leaves have been falling off of them at one point. I mean, this is our struggle bucket right here, you guys, and I'm so proud of these ones right here. This is like my family. This is like two tomato plants that, against all odds, have continued to stick around and stick around and stick around. By the end of the season, each one of them is going to give us one unique tomato. So the options are out of 25 different varieties of non-reds, and 2 of them from the test germination we still have going through hell. And purple flash right here represents kind of like Kiddo, the little plant here that continues to make it as well. But so that's the front row of it. Back here is dragon's blood sedum. We got this stuff. This stuff can be clipped, grows through rock. It's considered what's called a stonecrop. And every time I've tried to take pictures or video of it, it simply just has a color or a sheen to it that doesn't make it pop like it does in real life. But this stuff changes all different colors. When it winters through, this stuff is out here is also a winterable plant. It can sustain drought, it can grow through rock. It's almost like a little bit like frondy. It's a kind of sedum. This is dragon's blood sedum right here. It'll turn red, really deep red across the entire thing. And as the seasons change, sedum kind of changes its color. This stuff right here, even though it's all green, is tricolor sedum. So as the season changes, it'll start to get more and more different colors. So tricolor sedum, dragon's blood sedum. These are marigolds we got from a nursery. We go in there quite a bit, so whenever we go in there, a lot of times we end up getting free flowers and free little perks and stuff like that when we leave. And most of the time it's stuff that we can't have in our yard, but we never turn down a plant when somebody wants to offer us one. This right here, in these bins right here, we tried to overwinter pepper plants. We tried to clip them down and overwinter them. Somehow oregano survived in it. The peppers never made it in that system. We might try a different system just for fun. A lot of our stuff is going to fail out and fall out and stuff, but it's about the curiosity and the beauty of having a little zen out here. And our yard's tiny, but our dreams are big. There's my Angel. She's wandering around checking out all the tomatoes. I caught her out here the other night chewing on a leaf like a deer, eating with her mouth like that, huh? No? I love you, sweetheart. But here's the centerpiece. This back here is needed some work. Kiddo got from the Salt Lake City farm market, he got a cactus. We're going to end up, when this one completely dies out, when these start flowering, it's usually the last of their lifespan, but it's produced enough chicks. It's a hens and chicks plant. It's produced enough chicks to reproduce enough. This one died out a while ago. It's been getting hit by rain. Basically what we're going to do is, this needs a drier, better environment. We're going to take this out, put Kiddo's cactus in there, and move that into the greenhouse. But overall, we call this tree, well, I call it the Sentinel. It's a emerald ash tree. It's a curse and a blessing at the same time. It has really helped as almost like a makeshift shade cloth, but it has overdone itself. Hummingbird feeder, suet feeder. We move the branches around to kind of give them little areas, keep them away from the plants. But that's our tree in our backyard. And that's the centerpiece. So we got dragon's blood sedum, tricolor sedum, marigolds, oregano, hens and chicks, 2 random tomato plants, a purple flash pepper plant, 4 different kinds of basil, and some garlic chives. We also have burgundy okra. There is some okra, so it looks like we will have some of that. Probably at the last second, but that's alright because we want to eat them when they're fresh. We have extra seeds already, so we won't be saving seeds unless we hit a really, really good scenario. This is black beauty eggplant, golden egg eggplant, long purple eggplant, cherry bomb or hot red cherry pepper, sweet hot red cherry pepper, however you like to name it, but that's right there. Trash pumpkin seeds growing. That's also one too, it's seen better days. And then we have the Hale's Best Cantaloupe. So that centerpiece for our yard kind of usually is meant for flowers. We did a poor job on planning for flowers with everything else this year, but this is the centerpiece. This is the yard. It's about the middle of the month. What's the date today? It is August 16th, 2018, and we thought we would start showing some of this stuff in bulk a little bit as we roll through and do individual videos on individual plants as they come into beings. But we love you guys. We super appreciate. My family has struggled and been hit extremely hard with horrible adversity this year, and you would never guess this is our best year ever. We love you guys. We love sharing our videos. We love watching your videos. We hope that your gardens are doing well and you're overcoming or bravely facing the challenges that we're about to go through as we roll into October and November and those colder months when this whole thing is going to start to look like a plant graveyard. But there it is, you guys. I love you. Hope your day's great. Thanks for watching. Bye.